Lifting weights is honestly a complete waste of time. It's just not a good use of your time at all if you don't feel the way that you actually should from lifting weights. For 3 years, I went to the gym consistently, 6 days a week, push pull legs, doing all the squat, bench, deadlift that I could, making really good progress. I gained about 70 pounds in a year. I got really strong. I could, deadlift almost 500, squat 405 at 16. I have a video of it earlier. I was really, really strong. But you can tell in those videos that there was no jawline, there was no energy, there was no passion, there was no really purpose to my life other than just being able to lift that weight. I would be in the gym for 3 or 4 hours a day. I know it sounds crazy, right? But the thing is that the only thing that mattered to me, it was lifting that weight. I'd be in the gym for, 2, 3, 4 hours a day. That would be the best time ever. I'd take illegal pre-workouts. I'd take these ibuprofen pills, like painkillers, so that I wouldn't feel any pain when I was in the gym. And I was so obsessed with just lifting weight. And I didn't pay any attention to how I actually felt. My performance in school, my performance in every other aspect of my life, relationships, everything was honestly going. Because what I would do is I would train so much and train so hard and put all this time and effort into the gym, but my whole central nervous system would just be fried 24/7. And when your central nervous system is fried, you can't think about anything. The only thing that you can do is sleep and pretty much do this, watch a screen, basically do nothing unless you take excessive amounts of pre-workout, unless you take painkillers, which I did. Sure, I got strong, but there was no thinking about anything that mattered in life. What actually matters to me is being able to go out to restaurants with family without tracking calories. Being able to spend an entire, weekend or whole week on vacation. As you guys saw, I went to Florida a little bit ago and I was there for a good 10 days. I lifted a few times. I ate super healthy, only single ingredient foods. I didn't track calories. I didn't do anything crazy. It used to be, I went to the same place multiple years ago and it would just be like, I was in there for my 2-3 hours in the gym, and it completely took away from everything that I could have done with family. Everything that's like actually purposeful, everything that's fun, like in general, like there really just is more to life than lifting a bunch of weight and seeing how much muscle you can build. Like, I'm lean, okay? I'm lean, all right? But the thing is that when I stopped focusing on going to the gym 6 days a week, building muscle, I actually saw growth in myself. I leaned down, I have way better energy, way better focus, and it's because I don't focus on the bullshit that doesn't matter. The only things that I focus on is getting 10,000 steps every single day, 10,000 steps. That reminds me that I need to take a walk right after this video because I'm at like 8,500 right now and it's getting dark, but we get it in no matter what. Stay hydrated every single day because that keeps you full, makes you not want to eat. I focus on eating fruits, okay, in between my bigger meals. There's no need for you to just be constantly eating all the time. It's crazy to me because there are so many people, so many just like fat guys, right? And all they'll do is just eat the whole day. And when I say fat guys, that was myself when I was overweight myself. And just making those changes of the whole foods to 10,000 steps to focusing on fruit, I was able to lose like 35 pounds. Felt the best I ever had without going to the gym as much, without focusing nearly as much on like what I'm eating. I just say single ingredient foods, no tracking calories. I would track every single workout, every single macro. Again, it would just be like the center of my life. And I didn't focus on the things that actually matter. And over the course of this, I really, really learned about myself. I really, really learned there's just so much more to it, man. And I see so many people that are they're so focused on the wrong things. They're focused on keto, they're focused on carnivore, they're focused on building muscle, they're focused on getting stronger and even going to the gym. It's like, don't you want to be like a high performing, high energy, high functioning individual? Because that's really the whole purpose of even going to the gym. Like, tell me the purpose of why you want to go to the gym. It's probably to fix, some sort of insecurity, feel confident in yourself, as well as be a high performing, high energy individual. And that was the complete opposite for me. I could focus on this weight. It'd give me an ego for a couple hours a day. You know, I could say, oh, I can bench this, I can squat this, I can deadlift this. But it's like, I'll leave the gym, I can't focus on anything. My relationships are going, like, honestly, my relationship with my parents, it was honestly going a little bit. They're not going, I just, like, I wouldn't, like, talk to them as much, just because all I'd be doing is just, like, nothing. I'd be sitting down on my phone, scrolling. It would just, you know, it'd be a little bit here and there, but, you know, everybody, like, not only my parents, just like everybody, I wouldn't really talk to people. And it's completely different from what I do now, because now it's like I'm so committed on, like, working on myself, you know, helping out my clients, growing my brand, and, you know, for my future. But then it was just like the only thing that I really did have, it was the gym. The only thing I had going for me, it was the gym. And I took a look in the mirror and I'm like, do I really just want to have the gym going for me when it actually doesn't really mean that much? Sure, I was confident in myself, but I was fat, but I had no performing as an individual. And when I made those changes, it didn't just give me confidence, like, to go out and do new things, but it gave me that productivity and energy really that I was looking for in all other aspects. You know, on all sorts of different work, on being able to talk to people. You know, I coach, literally have changed the lives. You know, one of my clients now is down 90 pounds. 90 pounds? That's in about 10 years to your life. I got a bunch of other guys, 30, 40, 50 pounds. You can check them out on my Instagram, but really everybody that we focus on, it's just the whole foods. It's just getting the steps in, and it's not being so focused on the gym. It's being focused on everything else that matters in your life, and making the gym a part of your life. Making the gym a part of what you do on a daily basis. Today I went to the gym, I was there for an hour. The rest of the day, spent time with family, played some ping pong over there with my brothers, took the dog for a walk, went on a nice walk this morning with myself, made a bunch of videos, did work, did calls. It was a really productive day. It's Saturday today. And it's like, that's the kind of days that I want. You know, I'm really looking forward to the future and expanding different things. But what I'm really, really looking forward to and just excited and honestly just very relieved that I found is that the gym doesn't need to take up your whole day. It doesn't need to take up your mind. Macros, calories, workout tracking, sleeping 12 hours, which I used to go to bed at like 8 p.m. so I could get, you know, 12 hours of sleep in, because that's the only way that I'd actually feel good. When I stopped focusing on everything that would go into the gym, took it back a notch, focused on, like, how can I get the highest energy? How can I get the highest productivity and be lean all at the same time? And the way that I got that done, it was everything that I've been talking about. And if you know that this is something that you need to do as well, and you want to book a call with me one-on-one, you know, I'm really just a normal dude. Like, if you want to book a call one-on-one and talk about how we can do this for you, I have a link down in the description. It's from Calendly. It'll ask you a few questions just about your goals and really where you're trying to go. I can't help out everybody, but feel free to fill that out unless you're coming from, if you're coming from Instagram, it's good to see you. I appreciate you watching this, but if you're on YouTube here, make sure to check out my Instagram. I need to post more on this YouTube though, for real. But yeah, if you want to book a call with me, down below we can talk about how I can help you out. Book it down below for the next coming days. I don't know when you're watching this, but yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Let's go.